tried to quiz us both. I mean, I was locked in, bro.
Got
I was
him.
locked in.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not seen it. So
I'm just gonna pass this one on to Jack.
Don't worry, bro. I got you. I got you. You know why I got you?
Oh, why do you got us?
Mate, because I'm one half of the Hundy Hundy Hippos, bro, and we're back! We're back, baby!
Welcome,
Woo! Come on!
Hundy 07, boy.
There it is. We're here, Shane. We're here. And we're back. Here we go, Hundy 07, and what an episode we've got today. What an episode we've got today, Shane. Okay, and also shout out again for our mugs. There it is. Yeah, cheers, mate.
There it is.
And cheers, mate. Oh, awesome.
Oh man, it's good to be back.
Man, it's
And back
always...
with a background, with a better background.
I know. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Oh,
Some things the same, some things different. From our
yeah.
first returning episode.
We're trying to bring back some elements that a lot of people were asking about. And yeah, we got the remaining basketball cards that
Survived the move.
that survived. And hey, our special guest helped actually put this up. And today, who do we have today, Shane?
Oh, well, we have world-renowned chef and very close friend to us, Kevin Corbin.
Yeah, cheers, Kevin. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, awesome.
Happy to be here.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, Kevin is a very close friend of ours, and he is a chef, and he's worked at a lot of the top restaurants around the world. Would you say that you are a renowned chef, or just that you've worked in lots of renowned places?
I feel like the establishments that I've worked at are a lot bigger in name, ultimately, but like you get a lot of skills and develop from there, and then ultimately you can make a name for yourself as you progress.
Nice. Bro, all the mates that we have, like, just the skill level, eh?
Yeah.
Just the skill level. And,
Expertise.
and, you know, just like us, you know, being experts in Marvel, you know, DC, other things. And, a lot of people don't know we're huge foodies too.
Yeah. Oh, well, today we're going to go through a bit of pop culture, all right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go through a bit of pop culture. We've got the foodie with us, and we're going to go through the well-known foods in our movie and TV shows that we all enjoy and all in the fandoms.
Yeah, that's it. Just give us an example, bro.
Oh, well, for example, a lot of people love anime, right?
Yeah, love anime.
So our particular one, I believe our friend here, our guest, is a expert on, to an extent, is Naruto.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely like one of the first gateway animes that I watched growing up as a kid. It is fantastic. And then there's always been a food theme in there. So the biggest food theme there for sure is Naruto's love of ramen noodles.
Okay.
Specifically, if he goes to Ichiraku, which is the name of the shop that he goes to and eats ramen at, there's a special Naruto specific ramen that they make for him. And a funny little fun fact for you guys to know, the fish cakes with the pink swirl in the middle, that's actually called Naruto.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually called Naruto.
Oh my god!
crazy.
People watching this that love Naruto are like, oh man, yeah. I don't know. I don't watch Naruto. Yeah, I know. Sorry, bro. Is that like
sacrilegious?
Yeah, I was just about to say that sacrilege. Me saying that.
I mean, it's a good show. I feel like you should like widen your gaze a little bit and give it a go.
Man, thousands of episodes though.
I know, but they're well worth watching. Even if you do the whole bit where you skip the filler, which
Yeah.
I binged it all last year.
What'd you think, Shane?
It was, oh man, pleasure. It was just an awesome, it just gets you hooked, man. Like Kevin said, it's a gateway anime.
I've seen all the main like fights and stuff and a lot of iconic moments. I have watched like a few episodes like in full, but mainly when I see like, I'll see like TikToks or reels or shorts of cool like Naruto fight scenes or big moments, and then I'll just go onto YouTube and then just watch it. That's how I started watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So there you go. And man, the food in there, I mean, all the people running around. No, I won't talk about
wow.
that. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, the iconic foods from, you know, iconic movies, you know, TV shows. That was one example. And look, you know, when I think of the Hundy Hundy Hippos, you know, I think of us as, you know, Marvel eh?
Yeah.
You know, huge Marvel and huge Marvel heads, and a lot of iconic, you know, food scenes in all the Avengers movies and whatnot.
Definitely.
Shawarma.
Shawarma, yeah.
Did I pronounce that right?
Shawarma.
Shawarma.
Yeah, so that is a traditional Middle Eastern sandwich. It's typically a street food, and I hold that sandwich pretty close to my heart because I'm actually of Lebanese origin. I was born and raised in the Middle East,
Oh, nice.
and
We knew that.
yeah, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, nice. What? But no, it's a really good street food. It's very popular, and then being originally Lebanese, there's a lot of debate on who started the shawarma, whether it's Syria or Turkey or like the Ottomans, the Turks, and everything. But in the Avengers movie, when they're eating at the shawarma spot, in one of the small corners of the frame, you can see a flag there, and that is the Lebanese flag.
Oh,
So
Oh.
respect to Marvel for putting that in there.
And you call it a sandwich. Is that by any definition like specific or
I mean, ultimately, it's meat, vegetables, sauce wrapped in bread. I classify that as a sandwich.
fair?
really?
Well, yeah, it's not like necessarily with like toast, but it's with like Hippos hummus, so like just flatbread.
Okay. So you consider that a sandwich? Should we get into this? This is the foodies episode.
It's on everybody's mind. It's on everybody's mind.
I think you know what I'm thinking.
I
of,
definitely know it.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking of. Here's the question, Kevin: is an American hot dog a sandwich,
No,
and why not?
because it's not fully enveloped in the bread. The dog is slightly coming out from the side, so I would say like the majority of it is protruding out the end. So it's not fully wrapped in a piece of bread. So in that case, I would quantify that as its own thing.
What about a sandwich? Say a traditional sandwich with one layer of bread.
Yeah.
Then you've got your lettuce. Oh no, sorry. Some people like the condiments.
Yeah.
Spread it onto the bread.
Yeah, I'll do that
Think
first.
about it. And then you've got, you know, either your lettuce or your cheese, one of the two. Or some people like to different ways. We'll say lettuce, right? And then we'll go. Let's put your meat. Let's put your meat on there.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's put your cheese on top of that meat.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, and then let's put your tomatoes. If you're a tomato fan, I know
I
you're not
am.
a tomato fan, Kev.
No, I'm not.
No, but
I
say
am.
let's just put that on there.
But that's your refined palate too.
Well,
Kicking
ultimately,
in
like just like raw tomatoes, I don't necessarily agree with, but like cooking it down, putting it in a sauce or an ingredient or a topping, absolutely fine.
and that's just the, finesse of his, his fine taste, and his palate. It's just too acidic.
Well developed.
Well developed. Sorry, Shane, carry on.
No worries. And then you let's say they top that with another little head of lettuce, not a head of lettuce, just a little
I was gonna say it's a lot
layer
of
of
lettuce in a
lettuce.
sandwich.
Just put the whole lettuce,
You
and then
want
you
a
put it,
Scooby-Doo
and then you put your
sandwich.
bread in.
Yeah.
But you find that your meat you're real hungry, so your meat is
Yeah.
hanging out the side of your square.
Oh, yum.
A lot of it is exposed.
Yeah.
It's not my fault you can't make a good sandwich.
But no, it's just like that. Like there's a lot of things that it's more picturesque that that it's all showing.
It's
you know?
very
Yes.
aesthetic.
It's like, ooh,
it's very
show me
aesthetic
some
for a
skin.
sandwich to have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it exposed. Would that not be a counter like argument to your sandwich definition?
Well, I mean,
Nice. Good point, Shane.
Thank you.
the way that I look at it ultimately, I think is because of the way that I'm picturing the sandwich. So I'm looking at it from like a vertical standpoint. So the way I see it, it's bread, meat, bread versus breads filling bread.
So,
And I think even if you were to turn the hot dog that way, it's still for some reason I don't classify it as a sandwich. I think it's its own thing.
So, when you make your sandwiches, are you standing the bread up?
No, but ultimately, when you're eating a hot dog, right? You know what I mean? It's just like bread, meat, whatever
Yeah.
sauces you have on the top, and then bread again.
True.
So like that, I look at it from that standpoint. Whereas like a sandwich is essentially bread on top, bread on bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Look, mate. I know you're the expert here. All right, and look, I wouldn't question you on any, fine dining dishes. Anything above sandwich level.
Sure.
But mate, when it comes to sandwiches, do you want me to? I'm about 90% sure this is the definition of a sandwich, right? And it is a sandwich is two pieces of bread that are separated instead of one piece of bread. So technically, if you make a half sandwich with just one single slice and fold it in half, technically it's not a sandwich.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It
So
has
you're
to
saying
be.
why-
it's
so
not a
that-
sandwich.
So that's why the hot dog is not a sandwich in
Yes.
that definition.
But in
Yes, by definition. So if you got the bun and completely cut it in half,
okay,
then it'd be a sandwich
all right,
by that definition.
interesting.
So when
Yeah.
you're like cutting you're cutting your hot dogs, your hot dog buns, and then you just cut just to the edge, right? Just to give it a bit of a
Yes,
tear.
yeah.
And then you'll be eating it halfway, but then the bread splits. So like you could say, "Oh no, I'm eating a sandwich now." Like halfway, I accidentally ate a sandwich.
Your hot dog
Yeah.
Transforms.
Yeah.
My hot dog transformed into a sandwich.
You could say that you've had half a hot dog and half a sandwich.
Yeah, and one. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
in one fell swoop.
Well, at the end of the day, let's say you both do agree that a hot dog is not a sandwich.
Yep.
Just for,
Yes.
just for different ways.
Yeah,
Respect.
There we
respect,
go.
bro.
Oh.
Correct answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does that
Yeah.
show off
Pretty.
my expertise?
Yeah, bro, that was pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
your
was
first Sunday for the day.
Yeah, sure.
nice. Well, speaking of iconic sandwiches, what do you think is the most iconic sandwich in film or TV? I know you as a renowned chef. Oh, sorry, a chef that's worked in many renowned restaurants. You would have an idea, and surely it'd be some inspiration to you as well.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of options in the realm of like your cartoon sort of Scooby-Doo sandwiches that are like randomly massive for no reason that you can't fit.
Yum.
Or
Huge Subways.
yeah, absolute
subs.
massive sandwiches, which I feel like for the comedic effect of how big they are, it's actually quite funny to watch. But in terms of what I would think would be like a quality sandwich that would be really nice to eat and is also technically difficult to a degree to make would be the Cubano sandwich from the movie Chef.
Yes.
That
Yes.
sandwich hits heavy.
Yes, bro. I know exactly the sandwich you're talking about. I know exactly the film you're talking about. John Favreau.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Big on Marvel, big on Chef. It's literally the joining
Hey,
of
Robert
worlds,
Downey
man.
Jr., isn't it? Yeah. For our listeners at home and viewers, do you want to break down what goes into the sandwich?
Yeah,
And why is
absolutely.
it so iconic?
Yeah, and what is so technical about it?
So the most difficult part, I would say, is getting the pork shoulder correct. So you'll take a look at the movie. There's an actor named John Leguizamo who's essentially the sous chef to the food truck, and it's a lot of time and a lot of effort to get the marinade on the pork shoulder correct. And it's the specific style from Cuba called mojo pork, MOJO.
Yeah.
And it's a mix of acidity from orange juice and all these different spices that you cook down for a long period of time to the point where you get that sort of like Instagram worthy pull the shoulder bone out with no resistance whatsoever and you get a clean bone. Getting that level of consistency and before you even get it to a sandwich ready sort of station is quite difficult, I think.
Yum.
How long does that take alone just to prepare and cook?
I mean,
From your expertise, I know you know how to do it. So
yeah. So it also depends on the size of the shoulder. Ultimately, the cook time would be affected by how big it is. So sometimes, essentially, when you're doing pork belly as well, it's the same thing. For usually every kilogram, you'll put in for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, depending on the heat. So if you're cooking with a massive shoulder, it could be anywhere from 2 to 3 hours of cook time alone.
oh my god.
Let alone prepping the oranges, the zest, the ingredients that you all put into this marinade that it sits in overnight anyway, before you even start cooking it. So there's a process of 24 plus hours technically, where the acidity of the oranges would break down the proteins in the meat to make it more tender, and all these different things that you would be doing for a long period of time, so that these enzymes would break down the protein bonds, and then you cook it, and ultimately the meat comes out way more tender, and that would
Whoa.
last longer in a sandwich and taste better.
Oh my god. Did you get that? Did you get that, Shane? Shane knows what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, 100%.
I can envision it.
But like, there's that really good scene where you see like he chucks on like some bachata or Latin music, and he's just
Yeah.
dancing along and making the pork, and it's just a good time.
Yum.
And 90% of the prep is what that sandwich is, because as soon as that pork is ready, there's a lot of other ingredients that go into it.
Yeah, like what?
Well, like
What are the main things? So is that meat? So that meat's like the key
the
ingredient.
star, the absolute star.
Yeah.
Then you have a layer of cheese. Depending on what you want, when I made one, I used smoked Gouda because I thought it'd be a really cool taste, and it turned out really well. But ultimately, it's whatever cheese you want that has a good melt.
Oh, it
to
tastes real good too. Eh?
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Hundy joke.
It was pretty good. So you'd have that, and then you would get like hot Dijon mustard or French yellow mustard. You'd put that.
Like hot, like spice or temperature? Sorry, is that a
Spice.
dumb question?
No,
yeah,
spice.
yeah.
So like, you know how like you have like Dijon mustard, which is a little bit more like spiced up in terms of like the level of mustard flavor in it, versus like your standard American French's yellow mustard. You put that in with ham, with cheese, and you put that on a fresh baguette.
Yum.
So crispy bread. And in the movie, what they do, which is fantastic, is they would butter the Foreman grill that they put it on to get the top super crunchy.
Yum.
So you'll be buttering it and then toasting it. So you have all this melted goodness, which is a mix of just like acidity from the mustard and like the pork that's been marinated.
Yum.
You got fat from the cheese and then just a really nice bit of texture from like the ham that's in there and the crunch from the bread. I think that is a goated sandwich in cinema.
Oh man,
Yes.
that is like a
Can we-
metaphor.
Yeah.
I
Put
don't
up
know.
a picture. Put up a picture of the sandwich right now in front of us.
Yes, I.
Oh my god.
It is a phenomenal thing to eat.
Oh, bro. Actually, just staying on the topic of the movie Chef, the grilled cheese.
The grilled cheese, the 4-cheese grilled cheese.
The grilled cheese.
That is a good scene as well. Like the actual cooking of it, it filmed fantastically.
Yeah. And for those who aren't aware, but a grilled cheese, here in New Zealand, cheese toasty, just a cheese toasty,
cheese toasty.
Yeah.
But just to the next level, eh?
Yeah,
to the next
absolutely.
level. What about just trying to follow the theme of delicious food, the Krabby Patty.
Yeah.
The Krabby Patty.
What do you know about the Krabby Patty?
So this may also seem slightly sacrilege. I didn't grow up watching SpongeBob. I know of the Krabby Patty and its prolificity, but in essence, I just know that it's a fancy burger that has like a big blue backdrop as they like present it.
Yeah.
That's about it. And there's a secret formula to it.
Yeah.
What's the song?
I'm not sure about anything else with that.
Yeah. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
That's it.
That's how it goes. Yeah, okay. So, maybe you want to explain the Krabby Patty to Kevin, just to enlighten him, because I know most of the people out there are familiar with the Krabby Patty. And, what do you know?
As we know, like it's still a secret. Like we don't know what the secret recipe is.
No, we don't.
Only SpongeBob does.
Yes.
But the theories are it's crab meat.
I was just about to ask, Krabby Patty, is that just like a crab burger?
Well,
Okay.
there's
Mate.
numerous ways it can go around.
Should
Let
we-
me take
should we-
us away.
Should we go into this?
Sure. Let's go into this.
All right, let's go into this, mate. Are we going for it?
Yep.
Okay, mate. Look, this is just off the cuff right now, but it's time for Hundy Hundy Theories. Oh,
Man,
mate.
hit me with it. I'm ready.
Okay, Hundy Hundy Theory. Okay, do you want to say it? You go.
You go. I think you've got a more rounded
Okay.
way
So-
of how to say it.
The theory goes, the Hundy Hundy theory goes, is that the secret formula to the Krabby Patty is crab meat,
Okay.
and the way it comes around and the way that this theory started was the episode of SpongeBob where it's like a episode where it's like thousands of years ago when SpongeBob and Patrick, they're like cavemen.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Sure.
sponge guy and pat guy.
Yeah. And so there's a scene where like they're just discovering like fire and stuff, as they
Alright.
did Neanderthals. And
Pronunciation.
and there's a scene where they lift up a rock, they're looking for food, and all these little crabs run out, with the same eyes as Mr. Krabs. They squash one, what was it? Put on a stick,
Yeah.
and then they cook it and eat it, and it's like the yummiest food ever, eh?
Yeah. It's also like the first time they're cooking with fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
first time
They're
they're
in the
cooking.
kitchen. They're in the kitchen.
Yeah. And from that, I think that's where it starts.
That's where it stems.
Yeah.
There's multiple different angles people have gone about.
Oh,
it.
yeah, go for it.
Like I guess there is that one, and then I guess there's a twisted one about Mr. Krabs
Okay.
basically
Mr. Krabs is the boss.
It's the boss.
Is he the one that sounds sort of like Caribbean?
No, that's the Little Mermaid.
No, but like he doesn't sound American. Doesn't sound like any of the voice
No,
actors.
he sounds like a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty good, eh?
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Sebastian the crab is the Caribbean one.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So he's known for like cutting corners and being quite cheap. And I don't think you see any other crabs in the series really. I think there's the odd appearance of some of it. I think maybe his grandma or something, or his mum.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's basically that he's so cheap and like it's secret. And the reason why it's a secret is because he's killing other crabs and feeding it to people.
Makes sense why there's no crabs.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
actually it's a bit cannibalistic. It's a bit weird for a kids show.
That's why it's a secret.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh man. Oh, or there's a episode where Plankton's trying to steal the formula, and he actually succeeds, and he gets the scroll from out of the bottle, and he opens it to see what the secret Krabby Patty formula is, and he's reading the ingredients. He's like a pinch of salt. Then at the bottom is a picture of him, and he's like, and Plankton?
4 heaping pounds of freshly ground plankton?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's eating plankton.
So there's a theory. It was like a joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh well, Mr. Krabs said it was a prank,
Yeah.
but was it?
But was it?
Was that the original? Like, it's just a prank, bro.
Could be. Could be, because those episodes are old. But yeah, bro, there's our Hundy
That
theories.
was
Well,
pretty
SpongeBob,
good.
yeah.
I mean,
For SpongeBob. What about what's an iconic food
Well,
for you, bro?
I think people are probably shouting at us. There's one food in the MCU that probably is the one probably not more iconic, but next iconic from the shawarma.
Yeah.
And that's the
shawarma.
shawarma.
Is that how you-
shawarma.
Shawarma.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta roll your R's.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is the Paprikash
Yes.
from Captain America: Civil War.
You pinch of paprika. A pinch.
Oh, yes. The national dish.
Yeah, from Sokovia.
Yeah.
So, as far as we're not really sure what it goes into that, but can you like enlighten us on if
actually.
you know much about it, or you can explain how it's made and how it should taste?
Yeah, so it's interesting that they chose it as like the national dish for like Sokovia.
Yeah.
Which is really cool that they did that, because it's typically like an Eastern European country in terms of the settings, I would imagine.
Yeah.
At least from
Yeah.
the context of all the movies.
Yes.
I would imagine it's Eastern European.
Yeah.
But it is actually the national dish of a country, which is Hungary.
Oh,
And it is
why are they hungry?
Because they don't eat enough paprikash, my dude.
What country? Should have just gone with it. We had to compose and then just go, run it.
we tried to do a bit there. Oh, shit. It was too good. It got us.
I honestly did not think you knew what the country was.
Yeah, bro, I was trying to do the
Yeah. No, you
Got me.
Oh, you got me crying. Bro. The delivery was too good. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, you got to keep that in too. You got to keep that whole laughing thing. It's good.
Bro,
Wow.
that was phenomenal.
Bro, the delivery on that. Yeah. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Paprikash.
So yeah, sorry. Country. Which country is its national dish?
Yeah, so Hungary.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Oh, so the country Hungary. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, the country.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Oh, he said it's a national dish for a country that is hungry. So sorry.
Why are they hungry?
yeah. But anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
all right. Yeah. Oh, don't be silly.
yeah.
Don't be silly, Shane. Obviously, he's talking about Hungary.
Hungary.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Carry on.
Carry on.
Next bit.
Yeah, carry on, Kev. Sorry.
So good.
Sorry about that, mate.
So the main ingredient, hence the name Paprikash, is actually paprika. So that is and watching the movie, you'll see that he's like putting in just a tiny amount in, like a pinch or two.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely not the case.
When you say him,
Being Vision,
yeah.
absolutely. So when Vision's cooking for Wanda, making like the dish to cheer her up, she's locked up in that compound.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll add 1 or 2 pinches of paprika, and I think
That's what the recipe says.
recipe says, right? And I think Vision doesn't necessarily can't contemplate what a pinch is.
Yeah.
It's not a necessarily very defined measurement.
Yeah,
But ultimately, the main ingredient of the actual stew that it is paprika. So there's way more paprika in it than just like 1 or 2 teaspoons or tablespoons.
So it's a stew.
Yeah, so it's
just about
cooked.
to say, yeah.
So it's cooked similar to a curry in the sense that it's this meat that's cooked in this sort of broth and stew that comes up into a sauce that's served over rice. It is essentially an Eastern European curry without curry as an ingredient.
Oh, that sounds yum.
It's
I
actually
love curry.
It's really good. The main sort of ingredients. It's typically cooked with chicken.
Okay, I was about to ask what
As like a
protein, do they
protein.
use? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they cook it down with capsicum. To my knowledge, like red capsicum, onions to create the sort of base of the sauce.
Yeah.
And you would cook that down with some type of broth. Typically, I would imagine it would probably be chicken broth because you're cooking with chicken anyway. You may as well develop the flavor like that.
Yeah.
And
yes,
then your typical
obviously.
spices with heaps of paprika.
Okay.
And then that creates this sort of red hue
Yeah. Yes.
and
yes.
creates and develops a sauce that you would serve over rice, similar to like a butter chicken or tikka masala or anything like that. So it's essentially a European version of that without using curry as an ingredient.
Man, I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Yum. You know, because how Sokovia isn't a real country, I just thought they would have just made that up too.
Yeah.
But nah, they picked an actual dish that exists.
Yeah, in all honesty, when I was watching the movie and I watched it with Shane, I fully did not believe that it was a thing. And because it was a dish I had not heard of, it genuinely sparked my interest to the point where I looked it up and tried to figure out how to make it. And
Oh my god.
yeah, actually, like in the sense that it's a real dish and there's real ingredients and it has a real history behind the country in terms of like being a national dish.
Yum.
Yeah.
Man, you'll have to make it for us one time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a go-to for you
Yeah.
boys. It
Okay.
actually tastes phenomenal.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'd love to try that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to throw this out there. When I think of food and, iconic foods in film, have you heard of the short film Bao?
Oh yes. Oh
I
man.
think so. Is that the animated one?
We
with the
watched
mom?
it together. We're like, what movie? We went to go watch another movie. Random. What did we
At the
watch?
movies.
It was at the cinemas.
Yeah, it played before The Incredibles 2. Yeah.
Is that what we?
It definitely would have been because you and I did go watch that in the movies.
Yeah. We went, and then we're just like, this is a pretty long short film.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's
we-
like 8 minutes.
And we were just
8
like,
or 9 minutes.
just going there. We went and watched it, and we're just watching this thing, and it was like, oh wow, they just want to like emotionally damage us before we go into a movie.
The thing is, when we were watching it, there was no context. At least to me, maybe I
Yeah.
zoned out
Was it?
that
Was
it was
it?
a short film. I
Yeah.
thought it was the longest advertisement I had ever seen for a random bow bun company.
Like, what is this? Is this the movie? And it kept going and going. And then I was like, and then the credits started rolling. We're like, what? What was that? But,
Oh.
man, I really had a true appreciation for, handmade bao buns just by
Yeah,
watching it. Yeah, and also for my kids in the future.
Yeah. I gotta go call my mum. I
Yeah.
gotta go call my parents.
No, exactly, bro.
Hard.
Oh my god! But that's iconic, and it's its own. It's a short film.
Yeah.
It's pretty much strictly about that food. And another fun fact, it also won an Academy Award
Did it really?
in that year for the best short film.
Wow.
Animated short film, sorry.
What's the best bao you've ever had?
That's actually a really good question. There
Yeah.
used to be.
Because you've been over in Asia,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So there must have been like many places over there where you've tried, authentic.
Yeah. There was actually when we had a layover in Singapore, there was oddly this sort of like stand, which was essentially just in like specific like sort of like mall area, just local sort of park thing. It's a town square thing.
Yeah.
And this one dude with essentially like a steam cart vendor was selling bao buns. And I just
True.
walked up, ate it. Best bao bun I've ever had in my life. Cost me next to nothing.
Yeah.
Handmade apparently that morning. Dude, blood, sweat, and tears. Whole
Oh.
shebang. Delicious.
What about when you're in China? In Anhui? Anhui? Yeah, I think it's Anhui pronounced.
Yeah, China was actually one of the most amazing sort of places to go to, just in the sense of like the food culture there is so extensive and long.
Yeah.
The history there is absolutely massive.
It was like their wall.
Yep.
Yeah,
just
true,
like
yeah.
just like they will. You can see it from space.
Exactly. Keep those monsters out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the movie.
You mean the historically accurate Matt Damon
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
Wall movie? Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
The biopic, the documentary. Yeah.
The documentary.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Historically accurate.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. And you heard it here. Not first.
Yeah, no. The food culture there is extensive, and every region has its own sort of style and developing flavor. Like you have like Szechuan province, which is just primarily based off of like chili and spice.
Yeah.
So going and getting a bun there, which was just essentially a spicy pork bun,
Yeah.
that was actually really, really good because the actual dough that it's cooked in kind of takes away from the spice. It's kind of like
Okay.
it's what you would use to remedy how hot the inside is.
Yeah.
So that was actually a really, really good experience.
And did that inspire your cooking as a chef?
I love to cook with Szechuan chilies now, just
Yeah.
because there's that weird sort of numbing texture to Szechuan chili. When you go and bite something, gives you that weird sort of like almost minty sensation on your tongue.
Yeah.
And so whenever I cook with something like that, I kind of try to recreate it because it's actually really fun. And the capsaicin in the chili
Yeah.
is what causes your tongue to go sort of numb and
Yeah.
oddly sort of feel kind of cold. Like when you have like freshly brush your teeth and take a deep swig of like cold water.
Just likes the way it feels.
Just like the way it's all about the mouthfeel.
Yeah, one of the best baos I've ever had was, it's actually a pretty crazy story. So I was, I decided to make my own bao. And then, so I, did all the stuff we needed to do
Yeah.
and made the fillings and then popped them in the oven. Steamed them.
Yeah.
And then came back and I was just so surprised because it'd come to life.
Did it?
Yeah, it was just like a little...
Like where the flavor profiles just like sort of brought you to life.
Yeah.
You know,
the,
it sort of
the,
like inspired you and sparked something inside you. Brought some life.
the bao was alive.
With
With
like with the steam and stuff, like it looked like it was.
Like no, it
Just
was
a
a
living
sentient
creature.
being. And so I was like, oh, I can't eat you.
What do you mean? Hold on.
So
Are you being literal?
I'm being
here?
literal right now, and so I took care of it as it was my own son.
Does it still call you father today?
And then it grew up, and it left, and never called me, and and then my real son.
Yeah. No, carry on. I'm listening. Yeah.
And then my real son decided to just out of the blue come and start to spend some more time with me.
Yeah.
And just randomly the Bao son, my son Bao, he was just Bao. Came back
Yeah.
into my life as well.
Yeah.
And I was so thankful to have them back.
Yeah.
And it just taught me a good lesson, and about family. And so the way it ended was me and my real son sat down and ate my Bao son together.
Yep.
And we just really bonded over that.
Oh my god. How
yeah.
old's your son? How old are you?
Yeah, no, he was quite young. But you know, it was a truly transformative.
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
You know,
Literally
I
transformative.
think people, people would say it was quite similar to the short bow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
it's interesting though. 'Cause
Wow, what's that about?
Well,
No.
I think you can.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone's seen it.
is.
Academy Award. winning.
Academy Award winning. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now. It's actually on Disney Plus. That wasn't an ad for Disney Plus, okay? But
It's on there.
it's on there. It's on there.
On an aside, your Bao son, also not necessarily an Academy Award winning role, but his son actually starred and featured in a movie. His Bao son.
My bow son.
Yeah, your Bao son.
Oh,
I'll tell you about it. He grew up and got massive and was Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Yeah. That's what people like to speculate that, and that's the Hollywood story. But yeah, no. Let's before we move on with the food and and culture. Let's give you a couple of quick fire questions and quick fire, I guess, descriptions on how you would approach these dishes.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two. If you I'll go off first and then see if Jack has any at the end. Right?
Yep.
Okay, I've got two things. In Star Wars, blue milk. How would you approach that?
Oh, that's
Green
interesting.
milk.
Is it green milk? I think it's blue milk.
Is it blue?
When he's sucking it from the teat.
Yeah.
Is it green?
I think it's green.
All right. You know
Blue-
what I'm talking about,
Blue
right?
or green
Yeah,
milk?
Yeah.
Either way, we can approach both.
Okay.
On the
Good.
hypothetical.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The green milk by default is one of the easiest answers. It's because they typically is something similar to that now. It's just matcha. You can use matcha to infuse everything in milk,
alright.
and then that ultimately will just turn it green anyway.
Man, matcha desserts is so yum.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
And you can get, but that's ultimately a sort of like natural food dye in the sense that whatever you put into it will turn green. So a nice matcha milk,
Yeah.
or a matcha milkshake, and there you go, is some green milk.
Oh, okay.
What about blue?
No,
Yeah,
I mean
how
like
would you go
you
with
could
like-
ultimately do the same thing where you like whip up blueberries and make like a blueberry shake,
Oh, yeah.
and that's
true.
always a go-to. But
What's the blue milk?
that would be a blue milk one. If you want to be a little bit fancy with it and use some sort of out there ingredients, you can use ube, which is a nice way to dye it sort of purple-ish tones.
Hey, we're
Ube.
talking ube. It's a purple yam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very popular in Filipino culture.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Ube cake, very like yum
Yeah.
yum yum yum.
Oh, awesome.
But that's purple though. How would
Yeah,
you
no.
how would you dye that down? I guess you would dilute it with something else.
Well, no, ultimately it was just more of a color thing.
Okay.
You could always add it if you wanted to get your blue sort of a
Yeah.
almost like navy-esque hue, to darker it up.
And I just have to ask, what about blue top milk?
Blue salt milk.
You know,
You know, blue top.
Anchor
Anchor?
blue top.
Yeah.
That's I guess it speaks for itself.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, you could always go and buy it from the store, but I feel like it's best fresh. So you just got to find yourself a cow
Yeah.
and milk it.
Milk it.
Just chuck a blue lid on top, and there you go. There's some blue lid milk.
Oh,
Speaking of milking, I have a second one for you.
Why is milking the segue?
We're milking the segment.
yeah. Carrot. Go for it. Go for it, Shiki Shani. Go for it.
So another thing that is in the MCU, let's say shrunken down food. So let's go for, Ant-Man uses Pym particles to shrink stuff down or grow things up.
Yep.
Let's go for like your favorite dinner of your choice, shrunken down. How would you go about making something that small, just for the fun of it, to make something that small? How would you go about it?
So there are,
Without the uses of Pym particles.
without the uses of Pym particles.
Yes.
So like your actual real life practical
Yeah.
way, how
So
would you
that
do it?
throws a spanner in the works because I was going to go with some out there Pym particle theory. But
Oh, lucky.
That's why I would have done that too.
yeah, no. But in a few of the restaurants that I've worked at over the years, sort of microgreens and smaller sort of portions that are quite dainty and delicate were sort of like a very, very big fad for a while. So ultimately making things a little bit smaller is difficult, but can be done. I think what would be a really, really cool idea to do is to make an absolutely massive feast, but to the size of just absolutely tiny ingredients. So I like essentially you'd bake a loaf of bread,
Yeah.
and you use like the absolute smallest melon baller, which is essentially just a half dome tool that you can use to scrape out shapes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and create 2 burger buns.
Yeah.
Cook a fat steak, cut the tiniest piece off, make a baby ass Krabby Patty, and then you're all set. Get a potato, like peel it, and then just get down to it, and then just cut those strips into very, very thin sort of chips and fry those. I feel like cooking a massive sort of burger feast, then just with whatever size ingredient, and then just essentially plating it with tweezers to the point where it's absolutely tiny. One bite would be a good way to do it, I guess, is my answer.
So one of the top restaurants you worked at in New York was actually, it was based off a miniature menu, eh? And a lot of people thought it was just like a short miniature, but it was the literal food you were cooking, and preparing were
not only just the food, the utensils you used, tiny.
Whoa!
The cups you get, tiny. Everything was essentially as if you're walking in, we want you to feel like a giant.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Yeah. And just for the people listening out there, how much was it per person to dine there?
On the tasting menu, it's about $250 a pop.
USD, that'd be USD as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So you're looking like $400.
Yeah, the whole concept of the menu was just to like small ingredients, big flavor. It was sort of the niche that they wanted to go down, and it took a lot of time to develop. It was a concept that was sort of played around with for a long time before we really like finalized on what we thought would be the best way to approach something, and ultimately. It was just the greatest experience to work there, but ultimately diners were very confused. So,
yeah, they would have been.
Yeah,
that's just from the reviews I read, and and like the New York Times and stuff. Oh well, not the online. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, a lot of people they were confused, but like majority of them they come out satisfied.
Yeah, it's good food.
That's
but 95% of it was flavor. It wasn't necessarily portion size.
No, well you wouldn't be. Like you'll easily go to McDonald's straight after that, eh? To fill up.
But that's the thing. So a lot of people go to these Michelin star restaurants and these absolutely fantastic degustation, like 6-course menus. And the theatrics of the dinner itself is essentially what sells you on it. But when you're done, Papa needs a burger.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, mate, you're still getting paid, and you can still say you're working in these, world-renowned restaurants.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
God.
on the side, pin particles would have made my job so much easier.
It's amazing.
And we can go halves and.
Do you want to go halves on the portions?
Yeah. You want to go halves in my little burger, bro? Yeah, there you go, bro. Yeah, there half. Oh, true. Interesting, man. Yeah. That's one of the cool things having you back in the country is just hearing about your world experiences out there, bro. Oh, insane.
Did you any quick fire ones you wanted to tackle just before we move on? Quick fire foods.
Yep. Actually, I'll just throw one out there. Iconic. Okay. If I say hot chocolate, what's the first movie you think of?
The Simpsons movie.
Yep. Correct.
The Simpsons.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, the mind melt's there.
There you go,
Flanders
bro.
just out there cooking, putting up a hot chocolate, whipped cream, that like Twix bar.
Is that the best hot chocolate you've ever seen?
Absolutely, without a doubt. It looks so cool.
Because I know you've worked in what's it? The home of chocolate, Belgium. Is it Belgium? No,
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yes.
Sorry,
Swiss chocolate.
Yeah, Swiss chocolate. I know you've worked in many of the dessert experiences. Do you call them, or do you still call them restaurants?
Well, those ultimately, like a dessert shop itself, it prides itself necessarily on sweet things that you can grab and take away. It's not necessarily like a sit down dining experience.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of more intricate sort of decorative pieces as opposed to something that you would sit down and just munch on.
Because you were there for 3 years, eh? At that one shop.
Long time.
So I know you would have had a lot of hot chocolate there. I'm assuming. I've never been there. I'm assuming home of chocolate. Would you compare that as being better to Ned Flanders' one?
I don't think it would be.
I don't think it would be either.
Watching that movie as a kid, I idolized what that thing would taste like. So I think ultimately for me, it was just more along the lines of just wanting to try it. And I feel like nothing would compare until I actually have it.
Yes, nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simple ingredients, looks cool. There's levels and height to it. It was always just interesting and just looked good.
Theatrics too.
Yeah, absolutely. The blowtorch and everything.
The extra marshmallow on top of the chocolate bar.
I mean, like even if I made it myself, I don't necessarily know if it would be as good. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a constant
Yeah.
thing. It's like me whenever I go to a restaurant, just in general, and I find like a food that I like.
Yeah.
If I go to a restaurant, I feel like typically a lot of people would do it. So you would go there, you'd find a dish that you like, and you'd go home and try and recreate it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like all your steps, all your things that you would try to do, and essentially make it taste the same. And it just doesn't compare
See,
until you get it.
I think there's a stark contrast between, us and chef mentality. You go in there, you taste it, and you're like, I need to go home right now and recreate that. Man, I'm thinking I need to go to bed. I'm tired and full. And that's why you're the best. That's why you're one of the best. And I think that's just a level of separation there.
Well, we bring in the experts, and that's what you're in there for, man.
That's why we bring
don't-
the experts in, guys, so you know these things.
Exactly.
You know the separation levels.
Don't just bring you in there for nothing, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
I know, and thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule as well for
Yeah.
being here.
Absolutely. I feel like, well, ultimately, I love you, boys. So, like, coming and making time for you guys is absolutely fine. And I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Cheers, mate. Love
But
you
also,
too.
just been a massive fan of the show just in general. So, like, getting the chance to actually just come on and have a chat about absolutely anything is always just a privilege as well.
Hey, we're here to talk about your passions, man.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
we're
exactly,
happy
mate.
we can provide that medium for you to have that outlet.
Absolutely.
But you hear that?
Oh my god, is it that time already?
That time already.
Oh my gosh.
man.
Yes.
What time is it?
Yes, Kevin. It's time for Hundy Hundy Fan Mail. Woo! Yeah! I love the segment and I love you guys.
Oh, what a tune, man. One of my favorite segments.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Oh, tell him, Shane. Tell him. He's not familiar with this segment.
Oh, are you not familiar with the segment?
I'm
I think
familiar
you said
with
a
it.
little
Oh,
bit.
you are?
I'm familiar with the segment.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just curious to see what your fans have thought up because these guys send in mail by the hundred. So you guys picking out the topics.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, your fans are exceptionally creative in the questions. I don't even know what to expect.
Oh, well, hey, that's a good compliment for you guys, your fans out
Yeah,
there.
no.
Exactly. Thank you, guys. And that just shows just the wide audience that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, from all over the world, bro. We get thousands of messages. Thank you guys too for sending them in.
Thank you.
Via Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Man,
You guys have a
everything.
LinkedIn page.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heck
nice.
yeah. Heck yeah. We pick out just randomly, or sometimes we read through and find our favorite ones, and we read out your guys' questions for us, and we will answer them 100% Hundy for you guys. 110%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
So,
got to be the most
it
answers
will be.
ever will be. All right.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
Look, mate, you go first.
I've got. So we got two here.
Yeah.
I'll do one. You do one. My
So you
first
wrote
one
these
here.
down.
Yeah. So I got this one. I got one from our emails. It's always
Yeah.
a classic email.
Yeah.
And the other one, we got a handwritten letter.
Oh,
It was a very short letter,
yeah.
but short and sweet. Short
Yeah.
and sweet.
Oh,
I
good
always
effort.
read it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But my first one, this is from our emails. This is from Greco the Geeko. So he goes a little bit like this. Wow, I loved for Thor Morgul. Yeah, he's a fan, he knows. I loved the Greek representation because my goal in life is to reach a body like a Greek god, which is to the point where I can cover myself in olive oil and pose naked like a statue. So my question for you guys is, what nutrition should I be consuming to reach the heavens?
Oh, man. Well, firstly, what's his name? Greco.
Greco the Geeko.
Greco the Geeko. Well, first of all, Greco, thank you for the question. Look, I'm not the expert here, so I'm going to pass this off to Kevin.
I don't know, man. I feel like if you're trying to become a Greek god, you kind of got to eat Greek food.
All right.
Yeah. Like,
Some
oh, hold on. Let me write this down.
yeah, some
Greek
gyros, some souvlaki,
Yeah.
tzatziki. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like those would be like the go-to ones, and that might plump you up a little bit, so you may be a thicker god than you might think. But in terms of nutrition, I feel like if you want to be a Greek god, got to eat the Greek food.
What about ambrosia?
Yeah. Ambrosia, the food of the gods. You know?
That is a good shout.
Yeah.
That is a good shout.
That-
I would think that would be a pretty good way to end a meal.
Mm,
For sure.
okay.
So
For sure.
Yeah, to be a god, you got to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
You always got to have dessert with your dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're decadent. You're a god.
Mm.
You got to go out there and experience all you want. So
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a good way to end your meal.
Okay, so you're saying so if I keep eating McDonald's, I'll just become a clown? Is that what you're saying?
I think you're a god right now.
Oh, thank you, mate. That is the correct answer. Thank you.
What about you, Jack? Do you have any
You can chuck me $20 later.
any tips for Greco the Geeko?
Yeah, I actually do there, Shane. Look, you know, when it comes down to it, okay, you always have to try and, you know, prioritize the foods that you like, okay, while still trying to maintain, you know, your physique. You know, I mean, you know, to keep this rig going, you know, a lot of lean beef, you know, a lot of chicken breast,
Breast.
yeah, a lot of chicken thigh,
Oh.
yeah, and then rice.
Brown rice.
You brown or white rice, or a bit of both, depending on the day.
Bit of both. So it depends how you're feeling, you know.
You fan of wild rice? Get on the
Oh,
wild
nah,
side?
no way.
Oh, all right.
Nah. Sorry, mate. No,
That's
no.
all right, that's
No,
all
you
right.
lost me there. But I feel you're a man of rice. I
Yes,
feel like you'd appreciate that too.
Yeah, I do. I really appreciate. Hey, rice really goes with anything. So.
Yeah. Do you have an answer for this one?
Yeah. No, actually, it's a bit more abstract, right?
Mm.
So, what nutrition? What nutrition should you be consuming to reach the heavens, to reach your heavenly state, right? You need to be consuming knowledge. You need to be consuming hard work. You need to be consuming physical, arduous activity. You need to be out there challenging yourself and building your muscles day by day. And that's nutrition you should be consuming. All right, Greco the Geeko. If you want to be a guy, if you want to lather yourself up in some olive oil and pose naked in the, it's like so you can be like those statues we see in museums. You gotta be committed. You have to consume the life force of motivation and the essence of Hundy. Yeah, that's my
Wow.
answer.
Look, Shane, we don't disagree often.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's contentious.
And I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's not gonna start now. Okay, you're bang on the money there,
Thank you.
Shane.
Thank you.
You're bang on the money.
And
right there.
both you are too. Both of you two are.
Yeah.
There's many different approaches, right?
There are. I mean, you know, it's not a one size fits all sort of thing.
Well, I feel like if we followed all three of our advice,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. For
But
sure.
then all of these
faster results.
is the path to success.
Exactly.
So thank you, Rico, for the question.
Fair enough. Thank you. All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
one.
Geeko.
Yeah.
Sorry. No.
Oh, sorry, Kiko. Sorry.
Greco.
Oh,
Rico the
sorry.
Geeko.
Greco the Geeko.
Sorry, Rico.
Anyway, what do you have next for us? Who's sent some mail in now?
Yeah. Okay. I've got one here. Sorry, I just need to find out. I took a screenshot of it. All right. Yeah. Let's zoom that in. Okay. Here we go. So I got this one from our Facebook. Okay, and this one comes from Jordan. Okay, and he
Hi,
says
Jordan. J or G?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Soft G? Soft G?
What?
Jordan with the soft G?
Sorry, I'm putting this on hold for a second. What do you mean, Jordan with a J or a G?
Soft G.
Is it Jordan?
Or Gordon?
No, I know, yeah, but the soft G.
The soft G. Sorry, Shane, I shouldn't be laughing at you like that. Sorry, no. Valid question.
Valid question.
Valid question, mate.
Not Gordon.
Yeah. Valid question, mate.
Yo, my name's Jordan with the G.
Yeah. Nah.
Anyway, sorry, Jordan with the J.
Jordan is a G.
No, it's Jordan with a G.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
that Jordan. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know Jordan?
It's quite active on the Facebook page.
Yeah, he actually is. I've been trying to ignore his messages, but this one cracked me up. So Jordan with a G says, "Hey guys, my name is Jordan and I've got 3 daughters, ages 6, 8 and 9. So due to me being father to 3 girls, I am now a certified Disney movie master. I've seen Frozen hundreds of times, Moana the same amount, my personal favourite, Turning Red. So, I want to know your guys' favourite Disney song and surely hear you guys sing it. Do it for the fans. Keep up the good work, Jordan.
Okay.
All right, okay.
have it
Don't everyone rush in there once for this one.
It's a bit on the spot.
Don't everyone rush in for this one. Who wants to go first?
I'm just trying to think of what my
honestly,
favorite one
that's
would be.
Yeah, so okay.
I also want to know one that I
So
know the
many.
lyrics to.
I feel like we start as favorite. I feel like if you just think of your favorite Disney movie, you know, a lot of the times you like that movie because the songs you either like or are bearable. I'm gonna say strictly
Disney World.
Yeah.
Disney yeah.
animated movies.
Animated movies. Okay. I'll go first.
Oh, thank you, Shane.
So, really, in my head, the only thing screaming out to me right now, like, Little Mermaid isn't my favorite Disney movie,
Yeah.
but I think it's got one of my favorite songs.
Really?
Yeah,
What song is that?
it's Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Banger,
yeah. So,
banger.
Under the sea, under the sea. Life can be.
Mr. Krabs.
Same
Yeah,
character, right?
the Caribbean crab.
Oh,
That would be an
yeah,
amazing wrestling move.
man. Actually, I just want to say pipes.
Thank you.
Pipes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that song, yeah, that's probably for me. And I think one of the reasons is because on The Simpsons, do you remember like Homer does it? And
Yes,
he sings it?
yes.
Yeah, and that's why like it gets stuck in my head as well. Yeah, because he's like, we're gonna go live under the sea, under the sea. But yeah, that's my answer. Yeah, under the sea.
Nice, nice.
thank
Kevin?
See, the thing is, my favorite movie growing up was Hercules, but I can't remember a single song.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But a second one
Yep.
would be Aladdin.
Oh.
The go-to answer for most people is A Whole New World,
Yeah.
but I'm all about Prince Ali, feliz he,
Alibaba. Yes. Oh, nice.
amazing.
Yes, bro. Yes. Okay. I'm going to throw this out there. What did you think of Will Smith's?
I didn't
Rendition.
mind it. I didn't mind it. It wasn't as good as Robert Williams' one. Nowhere near as good. But I don't think he could have competed anyway.
Yeah.
So the fact that they sort of like took a segue from it and did his own thing,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
mean, Will Smith is known for rapping. I mean, you remember
Yeah.
the intro to Fresh Prince?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like they did it justice and
Yeah.
not trying to overshadow what it was.
Yeah. He's also known for hidings too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Their songs slap.
Sorry, I thought you meant hiding.
Oh my
as in
God,
hiding in
yeah.
a lamp, but no.
And they
I
rock.
was
Oh, fire out. Sorry.
Oh well,
Right,
no,
That's a good answer.
choice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
What about
yeah.
you, Jack?
I really thought you were going to go with A Whole New World. Oh, man, for me, I've got so many. I love Disney movies. Okay, I absolutely love them, and I love all the songs. And it's so hard to just pick one. But for me, straight up my favorite Disney movie, and in my top 5 movies, is Moana. Easily my favorite song, sung by Maui himself. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome for the sun, the moon, and the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demi-guy. Yeah.
Some pipes on you.
Yeah, no, thank you, mate. Thank you. You know,
Honestly.
I sing that all the time.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Sing that all the time. You'd think that I'd know the words by now.
Whenever you're doing
question
something,
did-
right? Whenever you're doing
Yeah.
something that requires people to thank you, you just say you're welcome. Cut somebody off in traffic.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're that guy. You're that guy. in the
You're
traffic.
welcome.
If you guys reach to the shopping shelf with the last item on the shelf, you grab it, you walk away. What are you gonna tell them?
You're welcome.
You're walking down the street and you give somebody a flat tire when you step on the back of their shoes. What do you say?
You're welcome. Yeah, that's it, mate.
Got it.
That's
Got
some
it.
good life advice, really.
Yeah. If somebody pulls the finger at you, tell you get stuff. What do you say to them? You're welcome. Yeah, bro.
Oh man.
It's a good
So,
shot.
yeah. No, thank you.
Oh man.
So Jordan with a G. Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you.
And
Thank
hope
you.
that fucking I hope that brightened your day, Jordan.
Honestly, it brightened mine.
Yeah. The most wholesome part of this podcast so far. I think.
Yeah.
All of us sitting together singing Disney tracks.
Well, that's how Hundy we go here,
Yeah,
mate.
it's
Oh man.
All right, Shane.
Awesome.
Do
So
you have
yeah,
any more, or is that it?
no.
Awesome.
So I have one here from Kachuga Kachow.
Yeah.
So that's who it was. Kachuga Kachow.
Nice. I like that name.
So, man, life is a highway and I'm going to ride it all night long. I am disgusted to see how we have not learned from the movie Cars. All over the place, I am seeing bypasses be built. And we're bypassing our small towns. Have we not learnt anything? Honestly, I just get so disgusted when people do not learn from our biggest movies in society. So, my question is to you. When have you lost faith in humanity? It's a pretty rough question.
Oh gosh. When have I lost faith in humanity?
just one example you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot, but I feel like,
There are a lot.
yeah. I mean,
We'll narrow it down to one. Yeah.
it's a dark question.
I've got one.
Oh, you start us
Do you want me
off.
to start?
Yeah,
I'll start.
absolutely.
so-
Go
so.
for it.
Well, so I was driving. I was just trying, people drive. I was just
Yeah.
going to work, and some guy cut me off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what's up? And then he just goes out his window and goes, "You're welcome." And that I just lost a little bit of faith in humanity there.
Wow.
That was me.
That guy sounds like a prick.
I know.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say that, Shane, and I would lose faith in humanity.
And
there
it
as well.
wasn't like an ongoing loss of faith in humanity. It was just a slight moment.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I think. Oh, do you have one?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
It's on the topic of food still. to-
Okay.
to stick
Yes.
with it.
Yes.
I met a dude who genuinely makes his cereal by pouring in milk first.
No, you
No
didn't.
way.
Yup. 100%.
Name and shame.
No way.
No,
That's the way you do it.
What?
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 Pour your milk in first,
Yeah.
and then your cereal.
How do you know
Yeah.
how much cereal you want? You would go cereal first and that tells you how much milk
No,
you
no,
can
no.
What?
You got to put the milk in first to flavor it.
You are on the wrong side of history, my friend.
You
Anyway, continue.
are making that up.
I genuinely am not.
No, sorry, Shane. Shane is making that up.
man.
Oh.
I don't. Oh, actually, I've
you-
never ever seen you eat cereal before. So maybe you are right.
I've seen
You
you
don't-
eat cereal. I just never seen you make it.
Yeah, I've never seen you make it either. But
Milk first.
you don't seem like a psychopath. Oh, don't smile at me like that. Oh, I love it too much. Okay,
Yeah, so
sorry.
that made me lose a little bit of faith in humanity. Milk first.
Yeah, milk first. Oh my
Yum.
gosh. I think my one, okay, and I think I've said this a couple times, not on camera. I've said this a couple times, and I lose faith in humanity at the grocery store, at the supermarket.
Okay.
And it is when I see people with their trolleys, they take their bags out of their trolleys, and then they just push them out like, they just leave them there, wherever they are.
Just leave the trolley out. Yeah, yeah.
And they don't put them back, like,
It's in front of the car, in front of someone else's car,
in front of someone else's car, next to the trolley bay,
in the middle of the road.
in the middle of the road,
Yeah.
on like a slight hill where it's going to like roll into the road.
Yeah.
And like, be considerate,
Exactly.
you
Take-
bastards.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
agree.
absolutely. Take them out so the homeless people can take them and use them and push them around.
Yeah, have some consideration.
Kevin. Mate, I'm thinking of the workers here. The working class. Okay? And Oh, come on. It doesn't take much to walk, 100 meters. Nah, it's more like, doesn't matter, it's close. It doesn't take much to walk that extra 10 meters, put your trolley away.
Put your trolley away.
Make, the workers there, make their life easier.
Put your trolley away.
Put your trolley away, okay?
Milk first.
Milk second.
No cutting people off.
Okay? And hot dogs aren't sandwiches.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
All correct, bar the milk first thing.
Kachuga. Kachow.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
that
you for that.
question. Hey, hopefully your day is brightened up, and hey, let's get out there and let's visit these small towns around. Don't take those bypasses. Visit the Huntley.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Could skip a few.
Yeah, you could probably skip that one. Nah, sorry, Huntley. Tunny photo, mate. Represent.
Hey, we got our last Hundy fan mail for
Yeah.
this episode.
I've got one here, and this is just in our Instagram DMs.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. If
Yeah.
you guys want, that's probably the most convenient way to contact us.
Yeah, exactly. This one is from Southside. That's just it.
Like,
Yeah, Southside. The S's are dollar signs.
oh,
Yeah, and it says,
I'd right.
yeah, cha-ching, ow, cha-ching, eyed. And it says, cheer, Uncle Jack. Oh, sorry, this wasn't my DMs. Sorry about that.
Continue.
Yeah. It says, cheer, Uncle Jack. Use a mean as, and it's actually hearty as that yous go hard on the superhero movies. I'm the meanest fan of Spider-Man, because if I had his powers, I'd be rich as. So if yous were gonna be millionaires, which superpower would you go for to do it? True.
So if we were going to be millionaires,
Yeah, so this is purely money-making
Power.
superpower, and how would you utilize it to make your fortune?
ooh. Oh, hey, there's a little
Are you gonna go first?
little known fact about our guest. Is that he's actually quite well with the finances. So if there's going to be a money question, I feel like he should go first.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Chef?
So, if you've seen the movie Jumper, I feel like this is a good second place option. Would be to teleport into a bank and rob safety deposit boxes. That's a pretty good way, because that was pretty cool. But if you really wanted a good way to do it, or at least to set yourself up, and it wouldn't be a crime
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets caught.
to legally do it, I want time travel. I'm gonna go back in time, pick stocks that are gonna go absolutely insane. Amazon, Tesla, the whole shebang. Bet on Rugby World Cup, Super Bowls. When you know the winner, shout out Biff Tannen from Back to the Future, gave us that idea. But I feel like that would be the best way. And plus, the amount of money that you get way back in time, the amount of money you have as soon as you jump back, way more. It would compound in interest, and you'd be worth billions. Elon Musk would ask you for a loan.
So we're going off Back to the Future reasoning for time travel. Logic.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
alternate timeline. If you technically, you if we're going MCU logic, you'd go back and then you'd go back to your own time, and nothing would have changed.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, right?
Or you could get
fair enough.
antiques and like treasures from the past,
From
and then they would be, and you could hide them. Because I would say if you bring them back, then they're just going to be new,
Yeah.
This was made yesterday. It's like, oh, well. So yeah, you'd hide them somewhere, and then you'd just be like, yeah, this is all my antiques. These are all,
True that.
yeah. That's you could that if you're
That's-
gonna. Oh, no,
If I was going off your one,
no, that's wrong because it's different universe again, different timeline. So
But it all
they
depends
wouldn't
on
be there.
No, okay. No, what if, okay, so just going off what Kevin said, what if you do the whole trading card thing? So you go back in time, okay, you buy all these Pokemon cards for retail,
Yeah.
right? Find the Charizards,
Yeah.
you take them back with
you bring them with you.
yeah, with you, and then just who cares about the other timeline?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's what the
That's
Avengers
not-
did.
yeah, well, exactly.
Oh, they bought them. Technically gave them back, but
Yeah, but those were crucial though.
Yeah.
For the, I don't know how crucial, missing Pokemon cards would be on the stability of the universe and timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good answer though.
This is the route that I would go. I would have super strength and market myself as a magician. Okay, as a mentalist, and I'd say that I'm using purely my mind to be able to lift up this tank. Okay.
So you can build. So anyone can do it if they believe. Oh, you have such a powerful mind that you believe you can.
Yeah, exactly. But really, I'm just that physically strong that I can lift this tank up above my head. And I'd say because it makes it so much more mysterious, okay, and it gives it so much more mystique by saying that.
That it's your brain.
Yeah, if I said that I'm just physically strong, people will be like, whoa, no way is that strong. But like, if you say it's the mind, it's like, now how's he doing that?
Yeah.
Is it? It could be.
I'll come to your shows.
Yeah. Exactly, look for the wires.
Yeah.
But it's literally the only budget I have is this one tank, okay? And I'll just get my millions and I'll just lift up this tank. And maybe I'll go out to the parking lot, be like, I need a volunteer. This is a car.
The thing is, I can see that going so well that you're going to have so many fans that think that they can do it too, and they're going to throw their backs out. It's going to be like this 4-year-old that's going to be like, oh, SUV? Whatever, dude.
Yeah, with the power of your mind, you can do anything. Really, I'm like,
Man, that is a Hundy power right there. That's.
Thank you, mate.
Good.
What about your one?
Oh well. What I would do. This power. It's I guess it's not gonna at first make money.
Yep.
So it's gonna be
Long term.
long term.
Long term.
Long term.
A slow but a for show.
Yeah. So it's gonna lose me money at the start.
Spend money to make
Yeah, you gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I am going to go the opposite
Okay.
of what Jack was going at. So
They're going to be boring.
I'm gonna be super smart
Oh, okay. Yes.
and then use that to make people think I'm strong. Yeah?
By like convincing them.
By convincing people, and also just like building things and doing
Yeah.
things to make people think I'm just strong but real dumb. So the way it makes me lose money
Yeah.
is because I'm investing a lot in building these contraptions and the illusion that I'm just a dumb guy who's really strong.
Yeah.
But really, like, that's just to the public, right?
Yeah. To the naked eye.
Yeah, to the naked eye. But really, like, I'm just super smart. And the way I would make money from this is from just my character. I'm just that old dumb lovable guy who's just who looks strong, and he's just trying it out, and people are gonna see me out there on social media just trying my best, and then I'm gonna get smart brand deals, and the viewership's gonna grow.
You could be an influencer.
And I'll be an influencer. And that's just because I'm really smart, but they don't know that. They just see this dumb strong guy and they're like, oh. And then there we go. That's how I would do that.
Mate, I feel like, if your superpower was to be really smart, surely you go.
Well, I don't have that superpower, so
I know. I feel like if you're super smart and you had that superpower, surely you'd come up with a better idea to become rich.
well, if that's the initial idea, that's why it's gonna take me. It's gonna lose me money first.
You know what? I back it.
Thank you.
Because there
Investors.
is a villain
Yeah.
in Marvel movies who doesn't necessarily play himself as dumb, but has
Yeah.
all these great illusions
Yeah.
because he's smart or has a smart team behind him. It's Mysterio from Far From Home.
Mm.
So I feel like you could go down that route, be an evil genius that makes money.
No, it's
Nah,
dumb strong guy.
Dumb strong guy.
Yeah, lose him some money first.
Yeah.
and then become influencer.
Influencer, yeah. Because so it creates a story. It creates a buzz. You know? Gets people going.
Provocative.
Who cares? Like, just make the most money you can, I reckon.
Yeah, I will eventually. So yeah, no.
Nah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair
Thank you.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, thank you, our South Side for the question. And hey,
Sorry,
look, don't go getting any funny ideas now. All right, okay. Stay safe. Oh man,
Awesome.
unreal.
I love that segment.
I love that
Yeah.
segment too, bro.
Did you like the segment? Did you like the fan mail we had?
Honestly, I loved it. It was so good.
Those are our fans, bro. Those are our fans.
It forces us to go off the cuff,
Yeah.
like to an extreme degree, because I wouldn't have like
You
sat
would-
there.
yeah, you wouldn't have-
When do you
you-
think
you don't
like,
know.
oh, what superpower gets me most money?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
It's-
Well, that was a good installment of
Hundy Hundy Fan
Oh, love that tune, man.
Oh my god,
Oh,
I
no.
know, and I feel like it gets better every time.
Does.
It really does. Oh man. Well,
Hey, man.
look, if we've got Chef Kevin here, guys. Okay, if you're just tuning in, we've got our friend Chef Kevin here.
Yeah.
He's a chef that's worked at many renowned restaurants
Yeah.
around the world,
Exactly.
globally. Just to throw out a couple countries there: Switzerland, China, France, Luxembourg, Sweden. Croatia.
Did some time in Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia. You were also in
The US.
the US, and you were stationed in Lisbon, in Portugal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
right
right.
before I went to Japan.
Yeah, nice. That's right. Oh man, Japan, awesome. But look, having you here with us, we really do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule and your flight schedules. I know you're not in the country for much longer. And when I say much longer, like a month. Okay, before you. Oh, is that correct?
About a month.
Yeah, about a month before you fly back out. And where are you flying to? You are flying to France. Oh my god.
Wow.
And look, okay, I know that we got this
We can't talk about France
without talking about one of the most famous French chefs of our generation. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Joel Robuchon.
Give you another guess.
Marco Pierre White. He's kind of French.
Close.
Close. Shane, do you want to tell them?
Yes. It is Remy the Rat.
Ratatouille.
Of course.
Remy the Rat.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Obviously. Obviously.
Obviously.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
give
no,
it-
Look where you
absolutely
were at.
phenomenal chef.
Yeah. Who were those other two guys you said? I don't know. I know Remy though.
Remy.
Yeah, Ratatouille.
Oh wow, yeah, no, 100%.
Oh my god.
I'm so upset that I did not get that right off the bat.
That's all right, mate. That's why the Hundy Hundy Hippos are here for
You
you.
guys know your stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, mate, we know our stuff, mate. We're well-rounded individuals. eh?
Definitely.
I'll say.
Well, it's such a great movie that we should all remember how this goes. How the movie went.
Yeah.
And you know what time that is? You know what time it is now? You know what time it's for?
What time is it, Shane? I think I know.
It's time for
Hundy Explain! Explain it to us! Explain it to us! Oh my god. Okay, Shane, tell them. Are you familiar with Hundy Explained?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know you. I know you would be, mate. I know you would be.
But for you guys,
Yes.
Hundy Explained is basically we have a limited amount of time. We don't make the time. We just get given a time.
Yes.
And basically have to summarize the plot of whichever we're talking about, in this example, Ratatouille, in that given amount of time, as handy and as fast as you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And we don't make the rules and we don't make the times. We just get our time sent to us. Okay. And we just have to do the best we can. Kevin, I'm just going to throw it out to you. Are you up for the challenge?
You know what? Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Okay.
I feel like you boys have got me. You won't set too hard of parameters. I feel like I can do this.
Oh, we don't make the rules.
Yeah, we
You
don't
don't
make
make
the
the- you don't make
rules,
the rules?
mate. Yeah.
I should know that.
Yeah, exactly. One of the rules was to ask you if you wanted to compete.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
then the second rule was to make sure he says yes. So lucky
Yeah.
he just did a.
And is it just Kev going to be doing the explain today, or is
No.
he going to go as far as we can?
all of us?
All
Yeah,
of
yeah.
us. All of us. You're not alone in this.
Yeah, you're not alone in this. Because you are our guest, our esteemed expert here. I'm going to give you the choice of when you'd like to go. Would you like to go first, second, or third?
You know what? Well, I'll take the risk. I'll go first.
You're going to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Bold.
Yeah. That's Hundy, bro.
I love this movie.
Yeah. Power move. I'll go last.
Hey. Okay.
Oh, no. Actually, no. What do you want to go?
Oh, I do not mind.
You don't
We'll
mind?
see where we pick up.
Yeah, true. You know what? I have so much faith in you guys. I'll go last.
All right.
Because I won't need...
I get that. I
I
feel
won't
that.
need
You won't
to...
need time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be done.
You will be done. I have that much faith in you guys. You'll be done. Okay?
All right. Well, do you want to check the book? I'll just check the book, and I'll
Yeah.
see what time
Yes,
we've been given.
please.
Okay, so it says here for first order up, it
Hmm.
is you have 32 seconds to get as far as you can in the
Wow.
summary.
Yes.
Wow.
And your time starts now.
The story is a parallel between the rat, Remy, and the chef Linguini. The rat tries to become a chef and he wants to prove himself. Linguini is also the biological son of a chef who is a famous chef called Gusteau. He goes to his restaurant and tries to work there. He fails miserably until the rat comes in and controls him. They become a tandem and a great duo that produces fantastic food to the point where food critics are going and frothing over them. The head chef there is an angry individual who tries to belittle him. However, they progress through it, and with the help of Remy's family, they
And
produce
time.
a good food.
Wow.
You were going. I see the approach you're going there. You
Yeah.
weren't going through a linear events. You were just going for
Yes.
the basis of the movie.
And you know what? That was super effective too. Maybe we need to take a note there. Maybe we need to take note of that.
Yeah.
That was like,
It's a summary of a summary.
yeah. But work though, 100%.
It did.
You know, I feel like a lot of times when I do, I get stuck on the details.
It does. But that's what makes it Hundy.
It
You
is
gotta
what
fit
makes
as
it
much detail in as you can.
Yeah.
In the limited amount of time that
Whoa.
we have.
Now that I see the other side of the coin, maybe we don't.
Oh, I'm kind of lost into where he left.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey, mate, let me check the book here, mate.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, sorry, mate, you've got 45 seconds.
45
So you got
seconds.
6 more seconds in him.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I? Do you want to go? You said you wanted.
Oh,
to go
no,
last.
you got... Yeah, no, you got... Sorry. What does he have?
So
32 seconds.
Yeah, 32. Second
Oh,
order.
you got 15 seconds.
15
More.
seconds. More.
47.
47 seconds.
This was
Yeah.
tough.
It started. Your time started, bro.
Oh, okay. The rat comes along. The rat is disillusioned with his family, and his family is rats. He's like, ooh, yuck, rats. You guys all live like rats. Why don't you guys be cultured? So he goes to go in the kitchen, and he goes in the kitchen. He wants to cook. He wants to be. He has hallucinations of one of the most. Is it Gusteau? Gusteau, of one of the most world famous chefs, and he thinks he's his imaginary buddy. He might be a ghost, it might be real, but anyway, he goes in the kitchen. He's trying to cook, and he gets caught. But then the chef in there, who is what's his name? What's the main guy's name? Linguini goes in and he's like, oh, I can't kill you. Goes to let him out, and then the chef doesn't want to leave him alone, so they become friends, and he's trying to teach him how to cook, and he's got a hat. Stuck in the details.
Oh, you got stuck in the details.
They were good
And
details, though. It's like these are like important facets to the movie.
yeah, you also, I'm not sure if you noticed this, you backtracked.
I did. I backtracked.
You backtracked.
Yeah.
I feel like you are really good at going first. Maybe, from the details that you were stuck on. But sorry, I did distract you after he went, and you did say that you were a bit,
Yeah.
confused as to where he left off.
Exactly.
Last.
And I heard what he said, but at the same time, I felt like there was some context to it.
Yes,
Of
yes.
the mental space of Remy.
Yes.
Of where
yes.
what he was thinking.
Yes.
What was in his rat brain.
Yeah.
And,
Was that an insult or just the fact that he's a rat? Him and his rat brain.
Him and his rat brain.
His thoughts and his rat imagination.
Yes.
Was he hallucinating because he had rat poison?
Yeah.
Or was he just?
it's a good
Was
shout.
it actually a
It's a good
ghost?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to explore that avenue. I had to
Yeah.
explore those details.
His drive.
But now we've laid the base. We've laid a very good foundation
Yeah.
of what is to come for the fruition of the movie.
Mate.
This is the alley to your oop.
Exactly. We've
Mate,
set you up, man.
You both are supposed to be Ellie and Loop. Okay, that's why I said okay last. Hey, look, I'm one half of the Hundy Hundy Hippos. I got you.
Exactly. And it says here for last position, you have. Oh, okay. It's a little bit in between. You got 38 seconds. Starts now.
Oh my. Okay, so yeah, so Linguini tries. Oh no, Remy tries to learn how to control Linguini with his hair under his hat, and they end up becoming real professional, and then they can make things blindfolded and stuff. So then he ends up testing it out in the kitchen, and he ends up he actually ends up changing the sauce. He changes the sauce, and she's like, "Don't do it!" And then he ends up pouring it in, and he's like, "Oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me." Thinks he's in trouble. He's about to get fired, and then he ends up being loved and becoming one of the best chefs. And they keep going. He starts falling in love, and then I'm getting confused. Oh, the DNA test to see if Linguini's actually Cousteau's biological son. They find out it's a rat. A rat hair. Yeah, and then so he gets fired, and then the rats all come back together. Remy teaches them how to operate in the kitchen. They start thinking, they're one of the main food critics in the restaurant, and then they try and think of a dish to cook him, and then they pick ratatouille. It's a peasant dish.
There we go. Time.
That was good, man.
I lost a bit of track there, so I think you got a little bit extra, but you covered a lot of ground, and that's basically the movie.
Yeah.
I think you could end it there. You could go in, you could talk confidently in a group of friends, and just from that information, they would think you watched that movie.
You got 90% of it down. You got 90% of that movie down.
Wasn't 100, Kev.
Nah.
Wasn't 100.
It's alright. It's okay.
Wasn't 100%.
It's okay. It's the Hundy mindset.
It really does get harder every single time you do it. And just, it'll be very obvious to the listeners and the viewers how much we get stuck in the details. We need to have Kev's mindset to get through a Hundy Explained. I don't think we've ever finished one. Oh, no, we finished one with Floyd.
Yeah.
He finished it. Oh, man, strong finisher, that guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, man. Kev, that's the way you approach it.
Exactly.
Get to the point, eh?
Definitely.
But you need the details.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Well, hey, that was a good Hundy
Yeah.
Explained though.
And that was
Explain.
unreal.
Oh,
unreal. Well,
Hey, well,
you know, ratatouille. Oh. Ratatouille. Something like that.
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Anyway, what a movie to grow up with, eh?
Exactly.
Honestly.
You know, I feel like I speak for a lot of our generation and even some of the younger generations. They would agree. Top tier movie.
Oh, fantastic movie.
Top tier movie. I mean, it's got so much heart. And your second favorite thing, food.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we won't get into your first favorite thing.
Oh, it's not that kind of podcast.
Yeah, but your second favorite thing, food.
Yeah.
Mate, as I said before the Hundy Explained, in a month's time you're heading to France. Paris? Are you going to Paris? Okay. And you're going to work in one of the most renowned restaurants in France. Okay. So I know you're a huge Ratatouille fan. Are you taking inspiration from that, or have you studied that movie to help you prepare
Yes.
for this? I knew you would.
Absolutely. Well, the thing that not a lot of people, maybe because they're not necessarily within like the sort of kitchen dynamic, the way that the female partner to Linguini is in that movie and explains how a kitchen runs in the form of a brigade
Yes.
is actually how most fine dining kitchens operate.
Wow.
So where there's a head, a sous, everyone has their place.
Yeah.
Your station always has to be clean when you're cooking.
Yeah.
She makes a big deal of that, and that is a big deal when you're cooking on the line. No, that movie by default can get anyone into cooking, and I feel like we give you a good foundation to want to work in that sort of industry.
So with like rats.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
As part of the ingredients, as the chefs, everything.
No,
Oh no, I'm no rat, bro. No, I'm no snitch.
You don't have no
I'm not
rat
gonna
brain?
knock on you. Bro.
rats in the kitchen.
A rat? Yeah.
Yeah, but none of us here have rat brains.
Beautiful things,
Oh,
beautiful
man.
things, rat.
Yeah, that's unreal. And also, I just want to, I know he can do this, but they also do it in Ratatouille where he's chopping things blindfolded.
Yep.
And you can do that.
Yes, I can.
How long did it take you to learn that?
Thankfully, I learned at a young age. My mom was a fantastic cook and sort of like passed it down.
Yeah.
But when you get into a restaurant, there's so many things to focus on outside of like what you're chopping.
Yes.
So you not being able to look down, do what you're doing, or at least being able to keep contact without essentially losing what you're doing in this like parameter is like essential. So I feel like for me, it took about, I want to say a good month of very like consistent work, like every day.
A month.
That's pretty fast.
I feel like that's
Learning cooking
fast.
skill.
Well, I mean, chopping every day, morning
Yeah.
until night, 30 days.
Yeah, I feel like that's fast. I feel like there was something that would take you years. No?
No, well, ultimately it comes down to one, how you hold the knife,
Yeah.
two, how you position your non-dominant hand.
Yeah.
If you know those two things, like Shane, you can shank, but you can also, but you can also cut in a super safe way without hurting yourself.
Yeah.
But you can't hurt other people if they try to step to you.
Oh, man. Yeah, there it is there. Double knife there. He's double knife. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be so exciting for you, though.
Maybe we'll do a Hundy experience where you guys get to try.
Oh, I'd love to, bro.
Hundy
Fly us the
experience.
front.
That rolls on the tongue. Hundy experience.
Hundy experience. Yeah. That would be Hundy, actually. There'd have to be some Hundy experiences, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh,
In terms of like we're bringing back to Ratatouille, and there's a lot of different people have, a lot of people have different opinions on that dish that is shown in the movie.
yes.
And some say that it's not actually the traditional
Yeah.
that you would go from to get from like a recipe book. It's a different take on it, something different. What could you clarify and explain that for us and the audience?
Yeah, so Ratatouille by default is like in its origins is a peasant dish. You don't necessarily have the sort of fine dining elements of
Peasants.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have the fine dining elements of like cooking all these different things in a very fancy establishment and plating it in such a delicate way. It's again typical food where you get a lot of vegetables that you can buy for cheap. You cook them down into a sauce, and that sauce is a stew that's typically eaten with bread.
Okay, so
Oh.
it's more of a stewy kind of
Yeah,
thing.
a very very broken down vegetable stew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Oh, but I guess in the movie when he has a flashback, it is a stew, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the more traditional one.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when you're moving into a restaurant where essentially I would imagine that they're a more refined place, and the plating itself has to be more refined and contemporary, where it's negative space and you have everything in the middle and it's plated high. They use a ring mold to cook vegetables and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be sort of the more upscale way to do it, I would imagine. And
Yeah.
that would be why they did it that way.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
But how would you translate that from stew to what they have on the plate there?
Yeah, so what a lot of people typically tend to not notice is they think that it's just a whole bunch of like sliced vegetables that's just shaped in a cylinder. There's a sauce underneath it that's a tomato-based sauce.
Okay.
And so you would cut that up and then you would dip essentially
And that would
the
be-
vegetable in the in the stock or the
Yeah.
soup or the sauce, and then you would eat it. So you're getting a bit of the stew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just on the bottom of the plate where you can't see. It's not necessarily visible, and it's just drizzled on top.
Did not know that.
Thank you for that clarification.
I've also got something to ask too. Okay, I know you've already worked in France, but also in the movie, when they have the guys delivering all the ingredients to the restaurant, they get the finest ingredients. One thing that they say is that in order to test how good the bread is, you listen to the crunch. Is that true? Is that what you do at the restaurants there?
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily manhandle it to the point
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
serve it. But no, there's a lot of aspects to like French baguettes specifically where you would need that crust on the outside to be well developed so that the bread has a nice texture. But ultimately, you're also crunching it to the point where you can feel the center being soft and cooked through and not doughy. So there's a component of feeling what the outside's like, but also understanding how cooked it is in the middle.
Wow.
So there's a lot of finesse, and intricacies in bread handling.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and just French cuisine in general, eh?
Yeah, French cuisine, I feel, is the building blocks to everyone's cuisine.
Wow.
In terms of fine dining establishments, the techniques that people learn, everything from top to bottom on how a kitchen runs, how you prep vegetables, everything, French.
Man, crazy. And would you say that those kitchens are like the hardest ones that you've worked in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
Not everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
So learning French and being able to cook on the line in a high pressure environment with communication, that's something. And
Wild, man.
Yeah, just to bring it back to what you said too earlier about the Linguini's experience in that kitchen, and you said that it's like that. So that's just mind blowing.
Yeah.
That this movie's that accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that might be why it was praised by like children and adults alike.
Yeah, I would. That would be a very good reason as to why. You're 100% right.
And also with foodies, why it's like popular and not like people don't stick their noses to it.
Yeah, and then like I think it's a movie that encapsulates like the high pressure environment that it is. I feel like a lot of people like you'd look at it, and I think the pressure comes from the people that work in the kitchen. It's not necessarily the nature of the job. Everyone sort of has like these super high standards, and so everyone's super like rigorous in how they do things.
Yeah,
it becomes to the point where you're Gordon Ramsay and
you're
cussing people out.
Yeah, and also the heart of the movie.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, the key message: anyone can cook.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that?
Yes, absolutely. There are certain people that I wouldn't trust to make a glass of water. You know who you are. But I feel like if anyone is willing to put in some effort to learn like any skill, absolutely anyone can cook.
Yeah,
that reminds me of one of my favorite lines in one of the movies. I think it was I cannot. It was It's a dance movie. It's the one with
Stomp the Yard.
Oh no, sorry. It's with Antonio Banderas. Antonio Banderas, and he teaches troubled teens to dance.
Yeah, yes.
And then this guy is like, I don't know how I don't dance. I don't know how to dance. Like, well, can you walk?
Yes, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can walk. Then you can dance.
Yeah. How do I reach these skates?
On the low, that was a great band.
Great movie.
Man. Yeah, that used to watch. We used to watch like my mum loves dance movies.
True.
Yeah, just like anything dance, like she loves it. So we used to watch them when I was a kid, and that was honestly like I wasn't a troubled teen, but it was just it's just a good movie. And that line is like, if you can walk, you can dance, or you carry it on. If you can walk, you can run. If you can boil the jug, you can cook. Kind of thing. Something like that. It's
What's the chef equivalent to that?
If you can eat food, you can make food.
Oh my god! Wow!
Chills.
That's actually high key inspiring.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, you heard that here first. That's an exclusive from one of the best chefs in the world. Oh my god! Man. If you can eat food, you can make food. What do you think about that, Shane?
It just put me in a different plane, bro. Like, wow. Like, honestly, that straight to long-term memory, right?
Yeah, and that's straight up Ratatouille. That's vibes right there. That's Ratatouille heart.
That's the heart of it, isn't it? That's the heart of it. Well, that's his brother. That's Remy's brother. He just wanted to stuff down the food, eat it all.
Didn't care what he ate as well. Ate
exactly.
like trash and was just like, this tastes good.
And he had a rat brain.
He had a rat brain too.
Yeah. And they learned to run a kitchen.
Exactly.
Oh man.
You know, I mean, you know, when he's like, eat the strawberry. You know, what are you tasting? All right, now eat the cheese. You know, what are you tasting now? All right, now eat them together.
Mm.
What do you taste? You know, I don't like strawberries, so probably yuck to me. Man,
No,
well,
yeah.
bro mentioned Ratatouille as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Between
know?
Remy and Linguini.
Yeah, because, you know,
Sorry.
linguini. You know, because it's a relationship between a human and a rat.
Mm.
And, you know, they communicate without even,
words.
without him talking to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, without Remy talking to
Back,
Linguini.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking back.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then they just end up having the biggest friendship.
And great chemistry.
Great chemistry. They're just bros.
Yeah.
They're bros. I mean, human brain, rat brain.
Exactly.
Oh my god, who would have thought?
Oh.
Who would have thought?
Man.
Together equals big brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And professional chef.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, that is handy.
To wrap up our
Yeah.
Ratatouille talk,
Mm.
from each of us, we need our most handy moment from
Yeah.
Ratatouille,
Yes.
accompanied by your handy score, your handy rating for the movie.
Yeah.
Okay? And
And
we're going to start with, who are we starting with, Jack?
well, because Kevin's our special guest,
Mm.
I reckon Shane, you start.
Okay. So, my most handy moment for the movie Ratatouille,
Mm.
it is, and I'm lucky to go first because I'm going to steal this one.
Yeah.
When the food critic takes his bite
Mm.
and has the flashbacks and he gets lost in the flashback. I am one to get lost in the flashback.
Good.
Solid pick.
I'm the one to get lost in the flashbacks.
Yes.
No, sorry, I nearly got lost again. But yeah, when he get flashback to his mum and everything, and you just feel it. You just feel it.
You really do.
And what is Hundy but an expression of emotion and a touching of sincerity and heart.
Yeah.
And I feel like, like Hundy can be explained in different ways, and this was just so wholesome, and it was just the heart of the movie, and that is why that is my Hundy moment.
Love that.
Thank you.
Yes, and because he did go first, he did get to steal that.
And I will just give that. I'll wrap that up with my Hundy rating of 78 out of 90.
Oh my god.
Huge.
Huge.
Because how much it means to our generation.
Bro, you can't go any higher than that.
I know.
That is
That's one
top
of them.
marks.
Solid Hundy.
Yeah. And rightfully so.
Thank you.
Rightfully so. I can't think of a single bad thing about that movie, about that film. Kevin, would you like to go second?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep. There you
Absolutely.
go, mate.
My Hundy moment would be when Remy takes over the kitchen towards the end, and they're cooking for the massive
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
crowd of people, and he is essentially the conductor to the orchestra of rat brains that
Yeah.
are cooking all this food, making sure that everyone is cooking the right portions, the right amount, to the right temperature, shows him not just wanting to be a chef, but actually has now become one, runs the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was just a very large culmination of his character.
Team 3 will be handling fish. Team 4, roasted items. Team 5.
Even before the food goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is my Hundy moment, because that is
Wow.
awesome.
That is handy. And seeing all the rats in the kitchen.
That would be pretty Hundy in real life.
Oh, that's disgusting. But this all makes it handy as well.
What about what to top that off? What would your Hundy rating to accompany it be?
I have this movie has a solid spot in my heart. 80 out of 90.
Powerful score.
2 huge scores.
Heavy
Can you blame
hitters.
us though? Can you
Heavy
blame us?
hitters.
No, I can't. I really can't.
It's so good.
Oh my god. Okay, my Hundy moment. All right, when Remy gets separated from his family, his whānau.
Ah,
Come on! Paddle, son! Come on! Reach for it! Help me now!
in the sewers.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, through the flooding of their little rat den.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
crazy. It is. You know, it's like
That's Hundy.
it is Hundy.
That's a Hundy moment.
That is. All right, because like, man, it is heartbreaking, but it's also the start of his journey.
Exactly.
You know, that's where he, gets swept into the city, out of the country, and that's where he finds all these foods, and discovers all this stuff. Okay, to finds himself.
Well, he expresses it, because he
Yeah.
had a knowledge beforehand, and he felt
Yeah, he did.
different.
Yeah.
But it's like
Well, he was
Comes with
limited
it.
being
Yeah.
stuck in the country. You
Yeah,
know, now
yeah.
he's in the big smoke.
exactly.
Big smoke.
Yeah, surrounded by all these.
I just thought San Andreas.
Yeah, but yeah, that would be my Hundy moment and my Hundy rating. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it the top score. Okay, I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 13. Max.
Top max. I think that's one of the highest you've ever given them.
Max
something.
score.
I think that's the highest Hundy.
You can't go any higher than that. You really can't.
Not mathematically, you can't.
Yeah, no.
on the Hundy scale.
On the
man.
Hundy scale,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mate, that's
Top tier.
top. That's
Yeah,
pinnacle.
No. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's, that you can't beat it.
The nostalgia and
High
the
praise.
life lessons that we learned too
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
of Ratatouille.
Oh,
Man,
man.
what a film! What a film!
Oh man, thanks for going through that with us, man.
Yeah.
It's,
Thank you
and
guys for
thank you
having
for your expertise in that film.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Chef Kevin.
And that's another meal, another dish that you will have to hopefully treat us to.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
absolutely.
It can be Paprikash with a side of ratatouille.
We can do a ratatouille starter.
Yeah, yeah.
All
ratatouille
right,
style. There we
King.
go.
King. Oh,
You
yeah,
heard it
mate.
here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first, and look, you're the pro, bro. Okay, you're the expert, you're the professional.
Yep.
So, however you want to do it, and whatever you want to make,
Yeah.
we're keen.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Chef Kevin.
Thank you.
But
You hear that?
I do hear that.
Do you see that?
I do.
Do you know
in the
what
distance.
time that is?
I know what time it is, mate. It's time
Time
for
for
Hundy
Identify. There he is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. How'd you like that one, mate?
A spoof the noir. I feel like I'm just there.
Yeah,
Did you
man.
like that?
Oh, 100%. You guys are some real detectives.
Yeah, mate. Well, that's the whole point of Hundy Identified, all right?
Absolutely.
I already know that you know, but for those people out there that aren't familiar with it, Shiki Shane, let them know, bro. Let them know.
Well, Hundy Identified is a segment where we each choose someone who's obscure or who we really like from either comic book history or just
Yes,
our
yes.
fandom lore. And we bring them to the table and we compare them against each other and we see who would win in a fight. And then we end with something special, as you guys know.
Yes, exactly. So, I know you know the format of this, Kevin. Chef Kevin, sorry.
Kevin's fine.
Yes. Nah, you're right, Chef. So, did you bring someone?
So, in anticipation for coming on,
Yes,
because I know the segment,
I knew it.
I did bring someone along.
Yes, I knew
awesome.
it. I knew you would. Okay, so we've got a triple threat here.
Got
Okay.
3 people.
Yeah, we've got
good.
3
It's
people.
gonna be
So
good.
now, Shane, what order are we going in?
Okay, we're going to go, obviously, we're going to go guest first.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
And
Fine.
then we'll go Jack. And
Yep,
then, and then
and
we'll
then-
go myself.
All right. Sounds good. So, Kevin, let us know, mate, who is the person that you're bringing to the table for us for Hundy Identified.
Okay. So,
And show us a photo if you have it.
yes, the character that I have decided to bring in today for Hundy Identified is an anti-hero from the older DC comics.
Okay.
This man is known as the Clipper.
No.
The Clipper.
Okay.
And here comes number one question. Shane, you heard of him?
I remember seeing the name. I don't have an image in my head though.
Okay. Ooh, you're on to a winner here, Kev.
Yep. So the Clipper is a anti-hero
Mm.
from the Great Depression ages of the United States.
Oh.
A vigilante, if you will, whose main aim to stop crime is cutting small pieces off someone's ear.
Oh. Just tiny pieces.
Just tiny pieces of someone's ear.
Wow.
The Clipper.
The Clipper.
Oh,
What does
my
he
God.
use?
Here, I will show you an image.
He uses. I'm assuming he uses a pair of clippers.
This is the Clipper.
I did, when I was doing my research, I did see an image of that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that is actually scary. That's
That was
frightening.
That's the age, like they have The Question, they have like,
Yeah.
a couple other people who are just faceless, like
Yeah.
people.
Scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I picked him because he looks sort of like Freddy Krueger as well.
He's like,
Yeah. To my knowledge, I believe he uses scissors,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
could be wrong.
I feel like, yeah, that's probably.
He's not like Edward Scissorhands or he
No.
doesn't have,
There's
like,
a lot
blades.
of there's
Yeah.
a lot of comics with him like just having
Yeah,
his
holding
hands.
scissors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or no,
yeah.
just
having
hands.
hands. Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So
yeah.
ultimately, I feel like it would be.
Oh, okay. The Clipper.
Yeah.
All right. Strong first contender.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, mate. Okay. Wow. What a
What a way to start.
what a way to start.
Thank you for bringing him.
Snips ears.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Powerful villain. I wouldn't want my ears cut.
nah, no
Yeah.
way. I've had my ears cut at the barbers before.
Imagine it's the Great Depression and your ears get cut.
Yeah.
You're
Mine.
poor and you
Mine
can't
did.
hear.
Mine did when I was a kid.
Oh, mate.
Barbara
Yeah.
Evander Holyfield, you.
Yeah. I'll quickly. Oh, do you want me to go over this?
Yeah, quickly.
Okay, quickly. So when I was a kid, right, I always used to go to the same barber, and he always used to cut my hair. This one day, he was cutting my hair, and he actually like clipped my ear, right? And I sort of felt it. It wasn't super painful. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So he did my thing, and then I was like, thank you, paid for it, and then I went to the food court to find my dad. Sat down, went to go eat my McDonald's, and my dad looks at me. He's like, "What happened to you?" I was like, "What?" He's like, where's that blood coming from?" The whole side of my face was like covered in blood, running down my ear
What are you talking about?
and my neck.
You got clipped.
Yeah, and my dad's like, he lifted up my hair, bro. The barber tried combing the hair over my ear, over the cut.
Was Sly Dog.
Dad lifted it up,
You've
and
been
there's like,
clipped.
I got clipped, bro. I got
Oh,
clipped
my
by the
God.
clippers.
Did you go back to the most important?
Yeah.
Did you ever go back to the barber?
No, but dad. Oh well, we went back immediately
Yeah.
as soon as dad saw that, and dad ripped into it and was like, "What'd you do to my son's ear? Look at it, like blood, like bro, like
Yeah,
covered
yeah.
in blood, like
crazy.
WWE levels, concentrated to this area."
Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, but hey, what would it be if we didn't get sidetracked on our episodes? Okay, so I'm not sure. Shane, you've probably heard of this guy. Maybe you have too, bro. His name is Todd Arliss.
No,
Have you heard of Todd Arliss?
no. What's his alias?
Well, Todd Arliss, aka Tiger Shark.
Oh yes, I have heard of Tiger Shark.
Have you heard of Tiger Shark?
No.
Okay, so Tiger Shark, Todd Arliss. He used to be an Olympic swimmer. Right, he used to be an Olympic swimmer until he suffered a spinal injury. Okay, he suffered a spinal injury, and through that, he agreed to getting like experimental tests done on him. And what the tests were they tried to heal his injury using the blood of Namor.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
Namor.
yeah.
Namor, and the blood of a tiger shark. Because you know the
Pretty
healing
handy
properties,
combo,
the
pretty
healing
handy
properties of a tiger shark, and through that, healed the injury, but it also mutated him and
Yeah.
gave him razor sharp teeth, webbed fingers and toes, and he also his powers are super strength,
Okay.
Superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman agility. He's also got a healing factor, and like this is what it says on the wiki page. He's also an expert of swimming.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised. He was an Olympian.
He was already. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Some of his feats include defeating Namor
Okay.
and taking over Atlantis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and becoming the leader.
I
Ruling
think
Atlantis.
I heard about him because he strongly mirrors
Yeah.
Nanawe.
Yeah, DC.
DC. What's that man? Not Manshot.
Yeah.
On the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
What's the name? King Shark.
King Shark, yeah.
King Shark. So that's, I think it was like I was reading something or watching something where they compare similarities between that. But that's
Yeah.
a Hundy character. Both of you guys, sorry, Hundy
Yeah.
characters.
So yeah, that's one iteration, but this is the most common one
Yeah,
that comes up is that image.
Very cool.
Yeah. Scary, eh?
He's covering his ears. It's a good sign.
Yeah, he's a villain, and some of the crimes that he's been that he's committed are robbery,
Okay.
theft, cannibalism.
Oh yeah, with that face.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my pick, Tiger Shark.
The Mr. Krabs of Marvel.
All right, there you go, Shane. And what do you have, mate? Who are you bringing to the table?
Well, today, I feel like we in similar tone to Kevin. And I feel like he's pretty. I guess he's pretty well known. But to like the casual, he might not be.
Yes.
And I thought it was a bit of fun, and also to our culinary theme today.
Yes.
So I have brought our man Mitchell Mayo, and you may know him better as the Condiment King.
Of course. I've heard of the Condiment King.
I have not.
This is the Condiment King.
Oh, wow.
He is a DC villain,
Okay.
and he is one of Batman's rogue gallery. So he's in Batman's rogue gallery. He basically he's a pretty joke character. His origins was that he was a stand-up comedian who got on the bad side of the Joker. So he was riffing off some bad jokes about the Joker, and the Joker got pissed off with him, and then mind controlled him to turn him into a villain, but not a very good villain, a comical villain. So he goes up against Batman quite a lot, but is never really effective, and is more memorable for his punchlines using puns with like, with about condiments, like nice to catch you up, Batman, stuff like that. Like, may you survive this? May you survive this? Something like that.
Oh.
So that it's marrying his stand-up comedy with his villainy.
With his villainy.
That's gold.
So basically, he has weapons. His powers is he has a condiment gun. So it can either shoot ketchup or mayo, and basically uses that to either I guess like a paintball gun, I guess, or something like that, or like a high pressure washer kind of thing.
Dual wields them to make
And if
Thousand Island sauce.
Exactly. And if he's ever in the need for close hand-to-hand combat, he's got hot sauce sachets. So and that's that. He specifically uses that for close combat.
Okay.
And in some iterations, he has a utility belt, but it says it's similar to Batman's.
Yeah.
But everything but instead of anything you'd need, it's any garnish or sauce you may need. So
Garnish as well.
Yeah. Garnish.
Wow,
It's a garnish.
that's
So if he
a
pulls out
bunching up.
like sea urchins.
Yeah. So it's he's just the man of toppings.
Wow.
He's the condiment king.
I feel, oh man, how is he a villain?
Because he tries to rob banks and tries to just thwart Batman.
I was gonna say, he sounds like the people's hero.
I was gonna say.
With the sauce, got any tomato sauce? No, I don't. Oh, I do.
General low-level villainry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So robbing people and basically robbing.
Yeah. Oh,
Theft.
okay.
Yeah.
Does he have ears?
Yes, he has
I'm
ears.
coming for them.
Oh.
Small pieces of them, though.
Small pieces.
Oh. Well,
So you get too close, got that hot sauce. There you go.
okay. Well, there you go. The battle's already started. Man, where do we start? So, well, you started there. Do you have ears? Yes. Clipper.
No, I'm cutting them.
Mate, tiger shark doesn't have any ears.
Covered up. Yeah.
Covered up. Okay. I don't know. How would you beat that? Yeah, exactly.
damn.
Exactly.
Mm.
You
How
know,
does he
tiger
hear?
shark, razor sharp teeth, cannibalism. Oh, he will eat you. Literally.
He will.
Okay? And what he's gonna do is he's gonna bite Condiment King's leg.
Yeah.
Okay? And then he's gonna take his ketchup gun,
And
put it on the
top.
leg.
Yep. Eat it. Yeah. He's got the hot sauce.
True.
And as far as
Turn
I
you
know,
into a fillet of fish.
yeah. You're one spicy shark, you know? Like,
Yeah, see.
you try to eat me, you bite into a hot packet of sauce.
True that, actually.
Yeah. So
True
that's
that.
that's his defense.
Okay.
Any garnish.
Yeah. What about against the clipper?
Flipper. Oh, he doesn't have a face, so he can't like.
Yeah, true that. True that.
I guess taunting him by saying you can't experience any deliciousness that I
Yeah.
offer because you ain't no face.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
that is a good point.
In the hierarchy of this battle, I feel like I picked my character for the comedic purposes that he only cuts little pieces of ears.
Man, but
doesn't
fair
even
enough,
take
mate.
doesn't even
Well, hey,
take down the bad
you
guy.
cut people's ears, good little ears, and they won't hear you coming.
Oh, nice. Well, look, I feel like I'd easily win.
I want to say mainly for the fact that you have Namor's blood,
Yes.
and
Yep.
he's taken, and his feats that he's actually taken over Atlantis.
Yes.
I want to give this one to Tiger Shark.
Uncle Jack
Tiger
with the
shark!
dub.
Fins up, baby! Fins up! Oh, yeah! We'll take that! Oh, my God. Wow. Thank you. I was,
Yeah, well, no,
sorry.
no,
Sorry.
no,
Can we give me time to celebrate? Because, I lost last time. Oh, my God. Well,
It does bring us to the question that
Yeah.
everyone has on their mind. Out of the three of them,
yeah.
hot or not?
Hot or not?
We go Kev first.
Kev, you start, mate. Out of those three, who's the hottest?
Here we go.
Who's the nottest?
I'm gonna say the hottest is for sure the Condiment King,
Mm.
packing hot sauce.
Ah,
So
yes.
spicy boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not is no ears and razor sharp teeth. Fins up, everything else down.
Alright.
Fair enough, mate.
Hey, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Condiment King, he's got, it's just the attraction of, he's just like, whenever you need something, he'll have it. And food wise. And,
Yeah.
the way to a man's heart is often through his stomach. So I'm going to have to go hot Condiment King.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to have to wrap like Clipper and Tiger Shark into not, because they just got no face. Oh, well, no face, no ears, sharp teeth. They're just not appealing. And this guy, and Condiment King has so much to offer in terms of just a life with him.
Yeah.
So Condiment King takes it out hot. Yeah.
Oh my God. Far out. Look at you two. Mm.
What about you, Jack? What do you reckon?
Oh, mate, look, I really wish I could answer this, but we're about to run out
So
of
that
time.
yeah, we literally
We
are.
really are. We really are. So,
So,
look, I promise, bro, next time I will
time.
answer.
Thank you.
Okay, but, oh, man, we are limited, okay? So, look, Chef Kevin, thank you for coming on the show today,
having
bro.
me, guys.
Okay, if you guys want to follow his adventures, mate, keep an eye out, okay?
Yeah. Keep an eye out. Awesome Instagram page with amazing food on there.
Yes, 100%. Okay, but we're not going to tell you what it is. You can try and find them. It is a secretive sort of thing, eh? Being that high up,
Yeah.
being that high up.
But hey, that was
Hundy 07! Yeah, baby! Phase 2!
Oh,
Thank you
phase
very
two.
much.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Chef Kevin, mate, awesome. Okay.
Hundy Hippos.
Hundy Hundy Hippos. We're back, baby. Hundy 07. Woohoo!
Oh,
Phase 2, bro. Look at the wall. Everything stayed up.
it did? Everything stayed up.
Everything stayed up, and hey, I just want to say too, Always believe in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, man.
Oh, bro.
Okay. Thanks, Kevin, for coming in.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We look forward
Kev.
to your adventures over, and we look forward to a full stomach with some yummy, yummy food.
Yeah, especially that paprikash, man. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Tasty.